Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, was in Tharaka Nithi yesterday. And William Ruto issued a very strong warning to former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga over Azimio rallies. As a matter of fact, William Ruto issued strong warning on two occasions. First of all, during town hall meeting.
Hawa marafiki zangu, ndugu zangu hawa wawili, watu ya handshake, sasa wanaendelea na kupanga fujo katika taifa letu la Kenya. Na hawa majamaa mimi nawajua na nawaelewa sana, na ndio kwa sababu niliwanyorosha. Sasa wameenda pale ati wameenda kutafuta njama ya kutumia vijana hawana ajira, kulete fujo, kulete maafa katika taifa letu la Kenya, wakitumia pesa ambazo waliiba kutoka taifa letu la Kenya, kuleta ghasia katika taifa letu la Kenya ili tusijikomboe kutokana na minyororo ya njaa, kukosekana kwa kazi na umaskini. Wanataka kutufungia pale. Mimi nataka niwaambie, tuko tayari kwa vyovyote, lakini minyororo ya njaa na kukosekana kwa kazi, watoto wetu wanahangaika Kenya, na umaskini iliyoko Kenya lazima tuimalize, na tutajikomboa sisi wenyewe. I want to tell my friends, the handshake people, I know you very well. You are orchestrating anarchy in the Republic of Kenya. You are financing chaos because you want to keep this country in the chains of hunger and poverty.
And later, the president issued the same strong warning during his roadside rally.
Kwa sababu we cannot accept anarchy in the Republic of Kenya. Na ndio mimi nawaambia our handshake brothers, nyinyi mnatumia pesa mlizoiba kupiganisha Kenya, kununua vijana waharibu mali, walete fujo, walete maafa, kwa sababu hamutaki tuendelee kama Wakenya, mnataka kutuweka mateka wenu. Lakini mimi nataka niwaambie, tutajikomboa kama Wakenya. Tutahakikisha kwamba tumefanya mpango, watoto wetu tuwasomeshe. We will not allow the handshake brothers to hold our country ransom and to take our country hostage by causing violence, by causing mayhem and anarchy, and by bringing chaos in our country so that they can stop us from educating our children and from ensuring that we support our farmers to produce food so that we can get rid of the shame of hunger.
Which simply means that the president's warning was not just for politics. The fact that he could issue the same warning during a town hall meeting means William Ruto means business. But I'm asking myself one simple question. William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. If Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are using stolen money, why can't he just take them to court and freeze their accounts? Why is he not able to do that? And the other question I keep on asking myself, who is really funding Azimio and the demos? Because ever since William Ruto took over office, a single day has never passed with them accusing Raila, accusing Uhuru and any other individual for sponsoring any activities against William Ruto. But I don't want to focus on that right now. I want us to focus on the objective which William Ruto wanted to achieve by accusing or by dragging in the name of Raila Odinga and that of Uhuru Kenyatta in the demonstrations. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And allow me to thank the following people. You are seeing their names there for the coffee which I received. I thank you guys so much. You can also do the same using the numbers on your screen. Now, let us dive in. I have a question. Do you think William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza government have actually managed to address the issue or handle the issue of demonstrations in the best way they would? If you ask me, William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza are making one big mistake, trying to assume that the demonstrations are about Raila and Uhuru. The truth of the matter is that the demonstrations we are witnessing in this country today is now beyond Raila, and now they are also beyond Uhuru. And I'm sure even Raila Odinga is wondering how he will be able to manage it. But let me focus on the objective. If you ask me, if you paid very close attention to William Ruto's statement, they were intended to achieve the following objectives. Number one, there is this hustler versus the dynasty narrative. That is actually what propelled or projected William Ruto to the presidency, for that matter. William Ruto appeared to be the face of the hustler nation. Raila and Uhuru were the face of the dynasty. But the hustlers are now rallying around or behind Uhuru and Raila, and they are running away from William Ruto. So William Ruto had to look for a way of trying to recreate that hustler versus dynasty narrative. And that's why if you listened to him, he was kind of trying to incite Kenyans that, you know, hawa watu wametuzoea. The truth of the matter is that if elections were to be held in this country today, William Ruto will not run away with the hustler narrative. The hustler narrative is now gone, just because of the mere fact that his policies appear to be unfavorable to the hustler nation. And before William Ruto will realize this, it will be late. If I were Ruto, what I would do, I'll recall that finance bill and play politics with it. Identify issues which affect the hustler nation and deal with them. There is no way you can increase the cost of fuel, which definitely is going to affect the cost of living, the cost of border people who are your main support base, and then you expect them not to riot. So the truth is, the idea behind the attack on Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta is to recreate that hustler versus dynasty narrative. That's number one. Number two, William Ruto, in my view, is also keen on diverting the attention of the country from the real issues affecting the country. The issues affecting Kenya today, majorly, is one or two. The first one is the cost of living. The second one is the finance bill. You see, the cost of living was already up. And that's what William Ruto used to win the elections. He actually convinced the hustler nation that immediately he was going to take over the government. The first thing he was going to do was to lower the cost of living, the cost of unga, to be specific. As we speak in this country, since Ruto took over, the cost of unga is up there. And Kenyans have been wondering if Uhuru Kenyatta lowered the cost of unga to 100 bob because it's subsidized. William Ruto removed that subsidy. Where is he taking the money? Because then they can't claim that there's no money. If the fuel was down because Uhuru and Raila subsidized the fuel, where is the money now? Because this is saying there is no, they found empty coffers, but they're still creating offices for their spouses. So which means the cost of living is now unbearable to majority of Kenyans. And then you add salt to the injury by coming up with a finance bill. A finance bill which immediately is implemented ensured the cost of everything then became unbearable to Kenyans. So William Ruto is keen on trying to divert the attention from that real issue, which is the cost of living and the finance bill. Because in his speech in Tharaka Nithi, William Ruto never made any reference to the finance bill. I would have expected him to explain to those people there that, you see, these guys are making noise about this finance bill, but this is how this finance bill is going to improve your lives. We are going to do this, we are going to collect this money, this is what we are going to do, and just give us time. In the next 1 year, things are going to be safe. The only problem is that William Ruto has made so much promises to Kenyans, and none of those promises has actually been realized. And therefore, I don't think he will be able to tell Kenyans another promise, and Kenyans will take that to the bank. And I think that's the challenge. So the thing is, William Ruto is trying to divert the attention of the country from the real issue, which is cost of living and the finance bill, and now trying to drag Raila and Uhuru. Number 3, William Ruto is also trying to rally the mountain behind him by invoking the name of Uhuru and Raila. You see, the truth of the matter is that William Ruto had the support of the mountain. That is the truth. And the truth is, the cost of hunger is currently 250 in Kisumu. In Tharaka Nithi is 250. So whether you voted for Ruto or you voted for Raila, nothing. The other truth is that there's no unemployment. The same way youth in Tharaka Nithi are not employed is the same way youth in Kisumu are not employed. So for Ruto, he has to try and rally the mountain around him. The only way he can rally the mountain around him is by invoking the name of Raila and invoking the name of Uhuru, in the hope that the people there will listen and then change their mind, especially on the issue of the demonstration. There is a trend which I've noted, maybe you guys have also noted it. Every time William Ruto wants to attack Uhuru or Raila, he only does it somewhere in the mountain. Yesterday, but one, William Ruto was in Ruiru. That's the first place he attacked these guys. Then again, he was in Tharaka, he did the same. Tomorrow, William Ruto will be in Homa Bay. I'm not sure whether he will be able to to tell the residents the same lies, because of course, you see, the people of Nyanza are a bit enlightened. You can't just lie to them. They'll tell you, hapo, boss, unadanganya. And lastly, I think William Ruto is also trying to find an excuse for failure to deliver. And someone once told me that, you see, Lee, Raila and Uhuru, if they are not careful, they'll be playing in the hands of Ruto, because Ruto will be able to go to his people and tell them that I was not able to deliver because Uhuru and Raila never allowed me to work. For those who've been following this channel, I have always maintained that Uhuru and Raila are going to make life very difficult for William Ruto. Why? Because when Uhuru was the president, Ruto never gave him a space. Ruto campaigned for 5 good years. People clapped for him. He actually dismissed every single project Uhuru Kenyatta was doing. So this guy said, okay, let us also do the same. We want to see how far you are going to go with any disruption of your operations. So let us wait and see. But William Ruto is really trying so hard to find an excuse that the cost of living is high because of Raila, because of Uhuru. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.